feet. Chase Jefferson into the open field. No one's going to touch him. Mark it up. Touchdown, Sioux Falls.
40, the 30, and he is gone to the house. Touchdown, Tallahassee.
Tipped and picked off by Colin Douglas, who's going to take it back all the way.
A pass caught, first down. What a move! J.R. Sim, get out of here! The doctor is in for the touchdown!
And we are live here at the Eye in Alaska as the Sioux Falls Sparrows get ready to take on the Alaska Storm to open up Week 2 of SFL Season 9. It's 61 degrees out, partly cloudy skies. It was drizzling a bit earlier, but now it's tapered off, and we should see no precipitation for the rest of the game. I'm Yvonne Sanchez, and I'll be your play-by-play commentator for today, filling in for Andy Hamilton. He is currently on vacation and sends his best regards. As you can see, the Storm and the Sioux Falls Sparrows coaches, Jason McGee for the Sioux Falls, Max Paul for Alaska, and they're going to get set to start this game up pretty soon. After the coin toss, let's go down. So the Sioux Falls Sparrows call heads and they elect to kick. They will be receiving the ball to start the second half. Off to kick for the Sioux Falls Sparrows is Max Mulhall. Back to return is Robert Merrill, the wide receiver for Alaska. And let's get ready to get this game started. Alaska receiving from right to left on your screen in the powder blue, all blue uniforms with the red helmets. Sioux Falls are in the white with the yellow stripes down the sides. And Robert Merrill Jr. is tackled around the 26-yard line, and Alaska gets 29-yard line, and Alaska gets ready to start off the game in decent field position. Coming out on the field, we all saw last week how Ash Odom pretty much tore it up, and Ash Odom is their star player to watch today, and let's see if he can get things going early, because he'll sure need to. Cochran takes the snap, hands it off to Odom, who goes out to the right, and gets wrapped up for about 2 or 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Good defense by the Sparrows so far, getting Odom wrapped up and stopping his momentum pretty early in the tracks. Ron Cochran last week had a pretty awful game and almost cost Alaska the win against Dallas. Dallas mounted a comeback, but was a little bit short in that. Oh, and Sioux Falls jumps off sides before the snap, and Alaska Cochran gets it out to his tight end, that's Robert Merrill. And it looks like Alaska is probably going to accept this. Yeah, neutral zone infraction against the Sparrows, and it's accepted. So it's 2nd and 2, ball on the 37-yard line. This is actually the second meeting between the two teams, and both of the meetings have been held in Alaska. The first meeting was Week 4 of Alaska's inaugural season, which was last year, and you know how Alaska did, and I'll get into that a bit later. Cochran takes the snap, hands it off to Ash Odom, who goes up the center for a nice carry, down to about the 47-48-yard line for an Alaska Storm first down, the first down of the game. The first meeting, like I said, was Week 4 of last year between Alaska and Sioux Falls, and Alaska doubled Sioux Falls' time of possession, 29 minutes to 15 minutes. They controlled the clock. Let's see if they can do it here, and that's how they ended up getting the win. Alaska out in split-back formation. Cochran making some audibles, drops back, fires to his left to Ash Odom. And Ash Odom on the swing does not get very many yards. He gets brought down in his tracks after a gain about 1 yard. So yeah, last year Alaska outmatched Sioux Falls' offensive snaps 72-42. They had 100 more yards of offense, and they were led by their 153 rushing yards to Sioux Falls' only 16. As Cochran goes under center, offset running back in single back formation. Cochran drops back, He's looking, unloads, and it's almost picked off by the Alaska defense. By Christopher Dodd. Almost had that pick, but he dropped it. He let it go right through his hands, and that could have been a big play to start this game. Alaska actually has thrown more balls than I had expected, seeing as Cochran only had 16 attempts last game for 10 completions, and 3 of his attempts were interceptions. So Alaska's taking some risks here early off and letting Cochran throw the ball. Cochran takes the snap, drops back and is looking. Oh, nice one-handed catch, but he's brought down for about a gain of 1. And that was PJ Hernandez, a backup, who made the nice one-handed catch with his right hand going across the field. And Alaska is forced to punt. It's 4th and 9. Back to punt is number 2, generic. Alaska punting from right to left. Back to return for Sioux Falls' safety A.J. Levy. And Levy drags 2 men down to the 26 or 27 yard line, where Sioux Falls will have pretty much the same field position as Alaska did have to start the game. Sioux Falls leading their offense out onto the field is Julian Tyree, the 4th-year quarterback who's played every single season for Sioux Falls. And he's actually 6th on the all-time leading passer list in just 3 seasons with almost 12,000 yards. And he's putting up historic numbers in respect to passing years in terms of passers starting their careers, as Sioux Falls goes out in single back formation, fakes the handoff, play action, down the field. Owens almost caught, but broken up at about 20 yards down the field. Would have been a big play to start out the drive. Just couldn't hang on. Michael Moore just couldn't hang on to that ball. Alaska come back in single back formation again. Trips wide receivers to the left. Sioux Falls with a 4-man front, or Alaska with a 4-man front. Julian Tyree takes a snap, swings it out to his running back. And Kevin Clancy takes it for a really nice gain on that reception. And he's finally brought down. Julian Tyree, back to him. He's on pace for 3rd all-time after the season in passing yards, and 1st all-time for passing yards in under 6 full seasons if he can maintain the level of production he has driven the first few seasons. As Sioux Falls comes out in a multiple back formation, that was not a very good play, as Clancy gets brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They were out in a 3-back formation and ran to the strong side, but Alaska's defense shut them down. Speaking of Alaska's defense, last year in Alaska's inaugural season, their defense played extremely well and was one of their major sources of them getting to the semifinals of their conference, as Tyree pitches is out left to Clancy, who's brought down again at the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 12, 3rd and long, and Sioux Falls is going to have to pull something out of their pocket here. Julian Tyree and Ron Cochran are kind of in similar situations, where last year their seasons ended in the playoffs due to a crucial interception thrown by their quarterbacks. So we're going to be watching to see if both quarterbacks can minimize their turnovers, as Sioux Falls comes out again in a single back formation. Tyree throws it out, and it's broken up. Good play by Alaska defense. Tony Willis, the Browns' star safety in the secondary. And let's actually introduce Sioux Falls' offense. Sioux Falls brings out silver quarterback Julian Tyree, gold running back Kevin Clancy, who's a new member of their cast this year. Michael Moore, returning starter Michael Moore, gold at wide receiver, and then Jalen Miller, he's back again, a silver wide receiver. Merrill is back to punt, or Merrill's back to receive the punt, going from right to left for Alaska. Sioux Falls was unable to convert, so this game so far has been a back-and-forth battle of defense. Merrill gets tackled around the 27-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Alaska. Pretty much the same field position every single time. Alaska and Sioux Falls have traded position, and neither team's winning the field position battle. Cochran again gets ready to lead their team on the Alaska Storm onto the field. And Cochran last season, oh boy, this is his first season for the Alaska Storm, so he's replacing Murdoch Mock, as Cochran is under center again. Passes it out to Optimus Klein. The transfer from tight end last year. Optimus Klein had a great season at tight end, and he's looking to maximize his production at receiver this year. So he's Cochran's go-to target. But yeah, Alaska's downfall last year was certainly their quarterback play, as Murdoch Mock didn't do a very good job and had only 10 touchdown passes to 16 interceptions last year. Really kind of held back the team, and they're looking to see if Cochran can do a better job this year as he gets it out to first down pickup out to the right to Corey Carter, the Browns wide receiver. Alaska comes out in an offset formation again in single back. Are they going to get Ash Odom involved in the ground game? Yes, they will. Pitches out right to Ash Odom. Ash Odom gets knocked down in his tracks for a gain of about 5. Although still a very good pickup on first down, second and manageable. Alaska Storm, you know the story, came storming out of the gate. Their inaugural season, they went to the Western Conference Finals last year, and their first game ever was a win over Mexico City, but they dropped the next two very badly before rebounding and finished the season 7-2. As Cochran hands it off to the left for about a gain of 4 yards, Ash Odom picks it up the carry, and just keep on feeding Odom is their game plan here. It certainly worked last week for Odom. He ran for 232 yards on a league-leading 36 carries and scored 2 touchdowns, an impressive opening debut. But he needs to improve his productivity on rushes, as Cochran comes out again in the single back formation. Odom gets the first down and gets all the way up to the 41-yard line. He has 28 yards on 5 carries, averaging a little over 5 yards per carry. As I was saying, he's averaging on the season from last game 6.4 yards per carry, but that's only the 6th best in the league. And for having a league-leading 36 carries last week, he needs to maximize his production more than he already has. Although he has done a pretty good job for Alaska and has been their bell cow on offense. Cochran under center, drops back, looking to pass out to the left to Optimus Klein again. Optimus Klein and Cochran have had a pretty good connection. Klein last week with 4 catches for 85 yards against the Dallas Roughnecks. So if Odom can maximize his explosiveness, Alaska can rely fully on his shoulders. They had issues last year with Justin Beakley Jr. couldn't maximize his production, and although he was getting fed most in the league, his yards per carry were not as good as they would wanted. So Alaska has looked to replace Beakley Jr. with Ash Odom, and Odom has done a better job this year so far than Beakley did last year. As Odom goes down to the 34-yard line, and it's 3rd and manageable, 3rd and short again, 3rd and 3. So Alaska could do multiple things here, but they're probably going to feed it to Odom again. Let's see if Sioux Falls' defense can hold Sioux Falls in a nickel formation. And it's picked off! Cochran throws down the field, but his intended receiver, Corey Carter, could not make the catch, as number 25 for the Sioux Falls Sparrows steps in for him. That is Nick Pop, silver cornerback. Now let's introduce the offense for the Sioux Falls Sparrows, as the Sparrows are back in their own 20-yard line, but let's see if the Alaska defense can hold them. The Sparrows on offense bring out quarterback Julian Tyree, halfback Kevin Clancy, wide receiver Michael Moore, and wide receiver Jalen Miller. Julian Tyree in shotgun, drops back around his 10-yard line, 3-step drop, fires it downfield, and it's picked off again! back-to-back interceptions as this is brought down to almost the line of scrimmage. Wow, what a play. The quarterback play this game has just been pretty awful. Tony Willis, pretty sure he was a transfer from Carolina. He's a third-year safety, left Carolina last offseason for Alaska after a 4-interception campaign, and he's been a reliable presence for Alaska at bronze safety. But the quarterback play has been mimicking their play the past 2 games, which has not been good. Cochran and Tyree just have been known for throwing interceptions. Cochran, just even after the first game, threw 3 interceptions last week, and Tyree had an awful season last year with the touchdown-to-interception ratio. As Cochran hands it off to Ash Odom, who gets absolutely stuffed by the Sioux Falls defense with safety Dodd again, who broke up a pass earlier in the game. Let's introduce Alaska's offense. Cochran at quarterback. Gold running back Ash Odom. Silver wide receiver Optimus Klein. Silver wide receiver Robert Merrill. And bronze wide receiver Corey Carter. As Alaska lines up in a single back formation. Cochran looking deep. Throws it across the middle and it's caught for a first down. Down to about the 7 or 6 yard line. Again by Robert Merrill. Robert Merrill has been a reliable presence over the last 2 seasons for Alaska. Although they did bring Klein over from tight end to help support him, to take some targets away from him. As Alaska comes out again in a single back formation, trips wide receivers left. Cochran hands it off up the gut to Ash Odom, who is brought down yet again. Ash Odom has been getting nothing so far, except for a few broken plays. He's been shut down pretty much by the Sparrows defense. The Sparrows have played very good defense so far, as have the Alaska Storm, but again, interceptions so far have been the key. We'll see if Alaska can score here. They can score a touchdown. Split back formation. And then near pro set. Cochran hands it off to Ash Odom, who goes around the right for the touchdown. Alaska Storm are up 6-0. Odom finally gets a good carry on this drive and goes in for the game-opening score. So now Alaska has a bit of momentum going into their next defensive possession, hoping to stop Sioux Falls. And leading Alaska's defense is strong safety A.J. Levy, who's a gold safety, and he's 4th-year player, all for Sioux Falls. He moves from strong safety to free safety. He's a master safety, and he looks to succeed at taking over for Jace Jefferson, who left for Dallas in the offseason. And as you can see, Alaska kicks the extra point. They're up 7-0. Levy is also the kick returner for Sioux Falls, as you'll see him in a minute. Kodiak Denali, the bronze kicker for Alaska, set to kick from right to left. A.J. Levy back to return. Levy takes the ball on his own goal line. He's up to the 20 and tackled around the 22-yard line. Julian Tyree back on offense for the Sioux Falls Sparrows, who is on pace, like I said before, if he continues his production of passing yards, on pace for 3rd all-time in the leaderboards for passing yards after the season. And in just 6 full seasons, he'll take the top spot of passing yards of all time. Tyree takes the snap, swings it left, and it's another one-handed catch made by running back Kevin Clancy. Oh, he breaks a tackle, sheds another tackle, sheds another tackle. Clancy dragging 2 men down after he breaks 3 tackles, trucks through 3 men, drags 2 more down to the Alaska 47-yard line. What a play. After the one-handed catch as well, Clancy has been the far superior back in this contest between Odom and Clancy, the 2 backs looking to bring momentum to their teams, making up for their poor quarterback play. And Tyree, although he has thrown for a lot of passing yards, and although he was just the MVP, the Season 7's Offensive Player of the Year, He threw way too many picks last season. As the Sioux Falls Sparrows come out in strong formation. Hand off to Kevin Clancy, who is shut down. Blown up in the backfield. And that is Gerald Thomas, the backup defensive end, in their 3-4 formation for Alaska, making the stop. 2nd and 14 for Sioux Falls, as the Sparrows come out in a pro set formation. Tyree takes the snap, looks, and it's broken up. Tyree's passes have not been very effective, except for the ones to Kevin Clancy, as Alaska's defense has held strong so far this game. In comparison, it took Rocco Marconi 7 seasons to get to 22,804 yards and the first spot on the top of the leaderboards for passing yards. Tyree could accomplish that in just under 6 full seasons. That's how historic his passing game has been. Tyree under center. Drops back. Tyree passes it down the middle, and it's picked off again! Tyree and Cochran are in the battle for who can throw the most interceptions. And this time it's the free safety, Ramel Hernandez, for Alaska. Stepping in front of the ball, making the interception. Julian Tyree is time and time again costing the Sioux Falls Sparrows valuable possessions on offense. And Alaska under center, Cochran back on the field. Cochran passes it out left. Ash Odom makes a nice one-handed catch of his own, sheds a tackler, but is brought down for only a gain of 6 yards. So far, there's been a lot of swing passes to the running backs, as the passes down the center have been widely ineffective, and neither quarterback has tried going deep. Alaska comes out in a pro set formation. Sioux Falls in 4-3 on defense. Cochran under center, hands it off. Ash Odom from left to right takes it all the way down to the Sioux Falls 49, and he had a huge hole to run through there. Thank the offensive line for that. Offensive line, hamburgers on you, Odom. Offensive line deserves it after that. Huge hole, and you did nothing. Got brought down right away. And that concludes the end of the first quarter, with the Alaska Storm up 7-0 against the Sioux Falls Sparrows in a tightly contested game so far. Cochran under center, single back formation, drops back to pass, pump fakes, fires down the center, and it's broken up by Sioux Falls' defense. Yet again, Cochran cannot connect with his receivers, and he's just been throwing into a brick wall. Sioux Falls' defense has been on his receivers, and he's been throwing into heavy coverage, and this is really going to cost both of these quarterbacks if they keep making mistakes like this. Strong eye formation, 3 wide receivers for Cochran and the Alaska Storm offense. Sioux Falls with a 4-man front. Cochran hands it off to Ash Odom, who goes up the gut, down the left side, evades in 1 man and brings it down for a first down for a gain of about 12-yard line, down to the Sioux Falls 36-yard line. Alaska has maintained some momentum from their previous interception that was returned for a really good gain down to Sioux Falls' 16, and after they scored, their defense held, and now they have good field position yet again. But can Alaska capitalize? Can Alaska prevent their own demise? Can they keep the turnovers to a minimum? Can Cochran manage, as he's under center, hands it off to Odom, and Odom gets brought down for about a gain of 1 yard. Kevin Clancy has been ineffective on the ground game, but in the pass game, he's been on point with that huge reception down the field when dragging 3 or 4 guys. Ash Odom has been the more reliable runner on the ground taking handoffs, but again, he's been widely ineffective. Cochran in a single back formation. Hands it off to Odom, and Odom is brought down in the backfield. That play was blown up right from the start. Oh, and it looks like there's a man down on the field. Defensive end Tyrone Black for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Marcellus Morton should come in to replace him, but he's a non-generic. Third and 11 for Alaska. Alaska again has third and long. Alaska's only touchdown came after a interception returned down to the Sioux Falls 16-yard line. Let's see if their offense can get anything going on third and long. 4 wide receivers, single back set. Cochran under center. Cochran looking to pass down the center, and it is caught! That ball is caught for a first down. Cochran manages to connect with his receivers, and Robert Merrill again brings in the ball. Merrill, again, has been a reliable target for the Alaska Storm. He's his number 2 go-to guy, and he's a second-year receiver. Last year he had 67 receptions for 587 yards and 2 touchdowns. But can he produce with Optimus Klein on the other side from him, hoping to take away coverage? And Cochran hands it off to Odom, who runs over a man and gets brought down for a gain of 8 down to the Sioux Falls 15-yard line. Cochran is a rookie quarterback for Alaska. He's the rookie successor to Murdoch Mock. He's 6'2" and 205 pounds, but he's struggled early so far in this game and in the previous game, as he's under center yet again, handing it off to Ash Odom, and Ash Odom gets brought down for no gain. 3rd and 2 on the 14-yard line. Cochran played an awful game versus Dallas, throwing 3 picks on 16 attempts and only threw for 144 yards. Alaska Storm has had to rely on the shoulders of Ash Odom. All Alaska needs from Cochran is for him to avoid mistakes, and then the defense and run game can thrive. Cochran under center. Hands it off to Odom, and Odom gets brought down short of the first down yard line. And it's 4th and 1. Let's see if Alaska brings out the field goal team. And it looks like a little skirmish getting up off the ground. Or will they go for it? It looks like Alaska is going to go for it. In a strong formation, strong eye formation, with 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cochran under center. Will they go to Odom? 4th and 1. Sioux Falls in a 4-man front. Cochran draws a man off sides. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Sioux Falls should have... They had to have known that was coming. But they fell for it anyway. Cochran with the hard count draws Sioux Falls off sides. They get the first down on the run, with the run for the first down, Stanley Nordellis, the backup. But it doesn't matter, because Sioux Falls was drawn off sides, and the Storm accept and gain three more yards than they did with a rush for the first down. So Alaska will continue to drive, and they're in very, very good field position. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. If they score again, Sioux Falls is really going to need to put something together on offense. Cochran under center, 4 wide receivers. Cochran looking, fires into the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown by Optimus Klein. The wide receivers for Alaska somewhat confused the defensive backs. It probably zone coverage as Klein caught in front of the safety and was wide open. Right in front of the other receiver too. Crossing routes confused the defense, and Klein was able to get open for the touchdown. Alaska is looking to go up 14 points. Very good start for Alaska so far. Sir Kodiak Denali on to kick the extra point. Extra point is good. Alaska is up 14-0. There's 7:20 left in the second quarter. Alaska kicking off again, and A.J. Levy back into return. Levy is a huge leader on this Sioux Falls defense, and he's the defensive captain for a younger defense with some rookies. catches the ball around his own 2-yard line, takes it up to the 20-yard line. He fumbles the ball! Levy fumbles the ball, and it looks like it is recovered by Alaska, possibly. Backup tight end Shaba DeBow forces the ball loose. And it looks like Alaska will have the ball, and yet again, good field position. Sioux Falls cannot protect the ball. They're causing their own demise here. As Cochran takes the field yet again. First and 10 for Alaska Storm on the 22-yard line of Sioux Falls. Cochran in I formation, 3 wide receivers. Cochran drops back to pass, throws it deep, and he's picked off! The ball is picked off by the Alaska Storm, or by, rather, Adam McCoy of the Sioux Falls Sparrows. And, wow, this game has been back-to-back interceptions, back-to-back turnovers. You saw earlier the back-to-back interceptions, then you saw the other interception, and then you saw the fumble with another interception. Man. Adam McCoy, the Gold Star cornerback. Tyree hands the ball off to Clancy. Jukes him in and spins down for about a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 on the 8-yard line. Let's take some time to introduce the Alaska defense here. Bronze safety Tony Willis coming over from Carolina. Cornerbacks gold cornerback Evan Carroll. Silver cornerback DJ Drew. And bronze quarterback Melvin Kalu. And then you have linebacker, bronze linebacker Andrew Francis. And of course, probably the best defensive player in the league, Alex Dominguez at defensive end. Tyree taking the snap. Swings it out to Clancy. This time the swing pass did not work. Swing passes have been Sioux Falls' way of production this game in the pass game, but was shut down and for a loss of about 3 yards. Third and 8. Sioux Falls has yet again another 3rd and long. Split back formation. Tyree under center, drops back. Looking, fires, and it's caught for the first down goes down around the 20-yard line. That was Michael Moore, silver wide receiver for the Sparrows. One of Tyree's most reliable targets. And Tyree 2 seasons ago was the offensive player of the year. He had 4,500 yards on 500 attempts and 40 touchdowns to 28 interceptions. As Tyree is under center, drops back to pass. Tyree looking in. Tyree is brought down for a loss of 4 yards. Let's see who that was. That was number 75 for Alaska Storm, Mars Charles. As Sioux Falls' defense is holding strong here. Or Alaska's defense, rather. Tyree under center. I formation. Looks for another swing pass. This has got to be their 5th swing pass of the game. And that goes for pretty much no yards, as Clancy has brought down for a very minimal game. So Tyree last season, his play fell off dramatically from his Offensive Player of the Year campaign down to only 4,000 yards on 500 attempts. And also a 28-30 touchdown to interception ratio. He led the league in interceptions. Tyree has got to cut down his turnovers as he looks to pass. And it is broken up on the play. Michael Moore could not hang on as he got hit. And Sioux Falls has to punt. At least it's not another interception. Tyree is, though, looking to remain one of the elite quarterbacks, as again, his passing yard production has been historical. And we've seen nothing like this out of a quarterback before in the SFL. He drops down to a silver contract this year. He was gold last season, but he drops down to silver, taking one for the team as the Sioux Falls Sparrows added a gold halfback this season, Kevin Clancy. Sioux Falls back to punt, 4th and 11. Robert Merrill, wide receiver for Alaska, back to return. Kicks the ball around his own 5-yard line. And Merrill will return the ball. Merrill spins and gets a gain of about 2 yards. Merrill and Klein make a good 1-2 punch at receiver, both in their second year. Klein transitions from tight end to wide receiver. He had an awesome first game in his new position with 4 catches for 85 yards, and he's looking to provide a much-needed spark in the passing game, and he's a reliable target for Cochran, much like Merrill when Cochran isn't throwing interceptions. Pro set formation for Alaska. Four-man front for Sioux Falls, and Cochran drops back to pass. Looking, finds Ash Odom on a screen pass, and that gets about no yards. As you can see, the quarterback comparison here. Cochran, 61 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Tyree, 59 yards and 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Both quarterbacks are playing absolutely abysmal. Quarterbacks need to step up their play, especially Sioux Falls, because Clancy has been getting nothing on the run game either. Cochran in single back offset. Hands the ball off to Ash Odom, who gets crushed at the line of scrimmage. Sioux Falls' defense is on lockdown, and that was Browns linebacker Ajamu Afolabi making the stop. Sioux Falls has a brand new linebacker corps this year, as Cochran fakes the handoff, is looking to go deep, and converts on 3rd down. Alaska gets the first down here with another reception by Robert Merrill. But at linebacker for Sioux Falls, Alex Parker, who was an outstanding defensive end last year, moves to linebacker. You have Ajamu Afolabi, who was a big-time player in Season 8, and the rookie Braden Smith. Alaska comes out in a single-back formation, trips receivers left, hands it off to Cochran, who gets down to about the Sioux Falls 38-yard line, 2nd and 6. And on the Sioux Falls defense, Adam Okoye moves into the #1 cornerback spot after a great season 8 with 2 pick-sixes last season. And I believe the all-time leader in pick-sixes is 4 interceptions returned for a touchdown. Okoye already has 2. Cochran in shotgun, looking deep, and it is caught over the leaping defender, down to the 1-yard line by Optimus Klein. Optimus Klein has been very productive so far for Cochran. And looks like Adam Okoye just got turned around. Okoye and Bobby Carpenter, the backup cornerback, the nickel cornerback for Sioux Falls, might have gotten caught up in each other. Regardless, it was a miscommunication. It was very costly, as Alaska has very good field position here. And if they score here, it could turn into a blowout real quick. Cochran under center. Hands it off to Ash Odom, who goes in for the touchdown. Ash Odom with another touchdown. And again, by far, Ash Odom has been the most reliable man on this Alaska squad. Although, after the first 2 interceptions, Cochran has settled down and has made some key completions that have led Alaska down the field. Cochran's playing, so far, even though he has 2 interceptions, a more reliable game than last week, and he's been asked to do more as well. Alaska in for the kick to the extra point, and snap is down, kick is away, extra point attempt is good. Alaska 21, Sioux Falls 0. SFL fans, are you interested in spreading the word about a truly revolutionary esports product? Help the SFL by joining our social media marketing team. Experienced social media candidates can help turn this into a paid league staff position. Contact the league's commissioner, Cameron Irvine, at SFL Commish on Discord for more information. Alaska kicks off again to Sioux Falls. AJ Levy back into return. Although, keep in mind that at the beginning of the game at the coin toss, Sioux Falls won the coin toss, elected to kick, so they will receive the ball at the beginning of the second half as Levy gets brought down around the 26-yard line. Sioux Falls is down in a hole, down 21 points. They'll have to make some key halftime adjustments, and they really have got to get some points on this drive here. Sioux Falls brings out, again, rookie running back, gold running back Kevin Clancy. After going without a star halfback for a season, Clancy steps in for Sparrows as gold. And Sioux Falls comes out in a split back formation. Tyree back, throws, and it's almost knocked down, but the ball is caught for a first down by number 17 of the Sioux Falls Sparrows, Alistair Amir. Tyree with a nice accurate ball. More accurate than his other passes have been. Running back Clancy wants to go further than Ashley Anderson, who's the current non-star fullback, but he was Sioux Falls' former gold running back. Did a decent job in Season 6, but it is now the 2-minute warning, and Alaska is up 21-0. Sioux Falls needs to get something going as Tyree's day has been absolutely awful. 29.9 in passing rating, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Tyree again under center in pro set formation. 2 backs. Tyree drops back, looks, fires, and finds an open receiver, Jalen Miller, who fights for a few extra yards before going down. That might be Tyree's best pass of the day. Tyree's interceptions have proven costly. Last year in the Season 8 Eastern semifinal, his pass ended Sioux Falls' comeback attempts. And that's a direct snap! A direct snap in Wildcat formation. Beg my pardon, that's Julian Tyree who took the snap right down the center for a gain of 8. That was not Wildcat. Surprised me a bit. Power I formation for Sioux Falls as Tyree takes a snap, looks for another swing pass, and Clancy gets the first down. Sioux Falls' most successful passes have been their swing passes, as Clancy has done a good job catching the ball and getting positive yards. But Tony Willis, the bronze safety from Carolina, brought him down. Michael Moore, Sioux Falls wide receiver, rookie, is trying to fill the void left by wide receiver Jordan Jennings. And he wants to keep Jalen Miller from being double covered. Tyree swings it out again, and Clancy runs out of bounds 2 yards before the line of scrimmage. Clancy needs to be more aware of his surroundings on these swing passes. Jalen Miller, their star receiver, is in his 3rd season. At 6'5" and 228 pounds, he was the best receiver in the SFL last season. He had 107 receptions for 1,800 yards and 14 touchdowns, even outplaying their former #1 receiver Jordan Jennings, who was with San Antonio and just got cut between last week and this week. And even Jennings finished 2nd in the league in receiving yards last season with 1,500. Tyree looking to pass, throws it outside, fires it to number 11, wide receiver Jalen Miller, who I was just talking about. And Sioux Falls is in hurry-up position here. 3rd and 5 at Alaska's 19. Can they convert? Drops back, looking for a receiver, and it is brought in by Alistair Amir for the first down inside the 5-yard line. Sioux Falls burns a timeout here, 38 seconds left, and it sure looks like, barring any stupid mistakes, Sioux Falls will get some points on the board here. We all know the story of Sioux Falls overcoming adversity. It's their 4th season in the league. They've been one and done every season in the playoffs, but they've played tough schedules. Multiple back formation. This didn't go well for them the last 2 times they ran it. Tyree hands it off to Clancy, who gets brought down for no gain. Hurry up offense, 2nd and goal. On the 4-yard line yet again. Tyree hands it off. Clancy gets brought down. Drags the defender for about half a yard. 3rd and goal. Sioux Falls burns a timeout. For everything SFL, visit the league's new website at simulationfl.net and explore the league's new partnership with ProStats. With over 400 players and games in league history, the SFL tracks your legendary status with professional quality. Contact webmaster Liam Crowder at Liam Crowder on Discord to find out how you can get your written works on the website. 3rd and goal. Sioux Falls needs points on this drive. Can they get a touchdown? Tyree under center. Looking. Swing pass, one-handed catch again by Clancy. The swing passes are, for the most part, on point as Sioux Falls gets their first touchdown of the day. Clancy has been the main factor in the Sparrows passing game this game. Are you a player in the SFL? If you're new or just haven't taken the plunge yet, it's free to join our Discord community at simulationfl.net and at #BeAStar. Free agents can sign with the team as a star player through the season through Week 8. Don't miss out on starting your football career today. As Sioux Falls kicks the extra point, they're now down 14 points, but they get the ball in the second half. Sioux Falls took a gamble, trusted their defense at the beginning of the game. With those interceptions, it sort of paid off, but they're finding themselves in a hole. Just need to hold Alaska for 21 seconds here. Max Moholt to kick. Robert Merrill back to return. Merrill catches it around the 10-yard line, brings it up past the 25, and gets brought down at the 29-yard line. Will Alaska, who has all their timeouts left, try to make it into field goal position, or will they just run the clock out? Let's see what Cochran decides to do. Let's see what Coach Max Paul calls for Ron Cochran here. Looks like Alaska is going to try to get something going here in the last remaining seconds of the half, and Cochran fires it out down the center of the field, caught by Robert Merrill, but they're not using timeouts, and the clock might expire here. And they use a timeout with 3 seconds left. Beg my pardon, it was Corey Carter with that catch. Max Paul's standing there, a bit confused as to why Cochran didn't go to the line and spike it, or call one of the other remaining 2 timeouts. Because now Alaska is on their own 41-yard line. They have 3 seconds left, so they're going to have to go for a Hail Mary. They call a timeout with 8 seconds left. They still have time left on the clock. So they wasted 5 more seconds and only have time for 1 more play. Cochran in Hail Mary formation. 4 receivers right. Cochran looking. Scrambling and gets brought down. Cochran didn't see anything he liked deep, so he just decided to take it himself. It brings it to the end of the first half. 21-7. Alaska with the lead. And so far this game has been one of miscues. Let's see if the Sparrows can go into the half and make some key adjustments that will get them back into this game. We will be right back. And we are back in Alaska at the I, ready for the second half as Sioux Falls will receive the ball. To start the half, AJ Levy back into return. Kodiak Denali to kick the ball. Sioux Falls will be receiving from left to right. As let's get the second half underway. Levy catches the ball on his own goal line, takes it past the 10, the 15, the 20, gets up to the 25, tackling on the 26 or 27 yard line. Sparrows look to maintain their momentum they had going into the second half, getting that clutch score before the end of the half. And last week the Sparrows had a week 1 loss to Houston, 33-27. Their total yards were dead even, as was time of possession, but Julian Tyree's 2 interceptions were very costly, and in the fourth quarter the Sparrows were unable to recover from the 9-point deficit, as Tyree back in shotgun has played an awful game this game. Tyree looking to pass, throws it down the center of the field and is broken up. Throws it into tight coverage. And it appears as if... Alright. 31 for Alaska. Tony Willis got up. It looked as though he had a cramp or something, but managed to get it back up on his feet. 2nd and 10 for Sioux Falls on the 27-yard line. Sioux Falls in a pro set formation. 2 running backs, 2 receivers to the left. Alaska 4-man front. Tyree back to pass. And Tyree taking his time. Tyree gets sacked. I believe the 2nd sack of the game for the Alaska defense. And that was star defensive end Alex Dominguez. Dominguez was a disruptive force in their game last season. In the Alaska Sioux Falls game last season, where Dominguez finished with 2.5 sacks and 3 tackles for loss. Dominguez is also arguably the best defensive player in the league. Third and long for Sioux Falls. Tyree in shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Tyree back to pass, 3-step drop, throws it down the field, and Tyree and the Sparrows convert for the first down to Michael Moore. Michael Moore with a nice catch. Back to Alex Dominguez. He's a defensive end, defensive tackle hybrid in his 2nd season. And he's a premier pass rusher and run stopper, and quite possibly the best defender in the league. He took the league by storm last season, wrecking opposing offensive lines and getting to the quarterback 23.5 times. He shattered the season record of 15 sacks set by Houston defensive end Farnsworth Bentley in Season 7. And already he has a sack in this game. Tyree in shotgun, 2 running backs in the backfield, and 2 receivers left, 1 right. Tyree back to pass. Quick throws, a slant to Michael Moore, and Michael Moore could not bring that in. It's broken up, 2nd and 10. Alex Dominguez is 5th all-time in sacks for the Alaska defense. And he's not just a quarterback menace, he continuously blows up plays behind the line of scrimmage. He has 34 tackles for loss last season, breaking defensive end Litiuk Inyuka from Kalua in Season 3. His then record of 24 sacks. And here goes the multiple back formation that hasn't worked all game for Sioux Falls, as Clancy only gets about 2 yards. Rick O'Reilly of Cleveland, now, then of Louisville, also shared that tackle for loss record of 24, which he racked up in Season 6. But last season, Dominguez absolutely shattered it. 34 tackles for loss. He was a defensive tackle last year, but moves outside to defensive end this season. Tyree back to pass and shotgun, 3rd and 7. Swings it out to Clancy. Give him a chance. Clancy has 8 receptions for 54 yards. Optus Klein has 4 receptions for 56 yards. Klein has obviously been producing more, but it's because 3 or 4 of the catches that Clancy has have only been for a few yards, since Tyree ends up leading him out of bounds. Swing pass mania here for Sioux Falls' offense, clearly not working as they have to punt yet again, 4th and 6. And Robert Merrill back into return for Alaska. Merrill will take it, spin, and gets brought down around the 18-yard line. Ron Cochran and his group of men look to take the field again. they've been relatively productive. Even though Cochran has already thrown 2 interceptions, the rest of his throws have been pretty dead on. He's been asked to do more this game than he was in week 1. Alaska Storm offense has looked pretty balanced today, as Cochran pitches it to Odom, who gets crushed on the outside. Again, Ajamu Afolabi, who at halftime had 8 tackles, was leading the game in tackles, and has another tackle for a loss. Afolabi has blown up people in the backfield multiple times this game. Odom, meet Afolabi. Cochran back to pass in a pro set formation. And it's picked off! The ball is picked off again! Alaska needs to conserve the ball. Instead, Cochran is slinging it, and Christopher Dodd makes up for his dropped pick earlier in the game. Picks off the ball intended for Optimus Klein. Just an awful underthrow. Also unnecessary. Alaska has a healthy 14-point lead, and now Sioux Falls has good field position. Alaska 41-yard line. Jeez. Cochran is making the same mistakes as last game. Although, it's quite possible that their rushing attack is not good enough to keep their momentum going as Sioux Falls takes the field. Single back formation, Tyree drops back to pass, 3-step drop. Fires it out short to Michael Moore. Michael Moore has been his go-to receiver when he's not throwing to Clancy, as you can see the comparison here. The swing passes have really killed Sioux Falls, because although they have broken them 2 or 3 times, the rest of the times have been losses or just catches at the sideline that go nowhere. Hands it off to Clancy down the center, and Clancy gets the first down. Nice carry of 5 yards. Sioux Falls, in order to control the ball, needs to run a few more times rather than going heavy passing, because Tyree has shown he can't be trusted already. 1st and 10 for Sioux Falls. Single back offset. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Tyree makes a few adjustments at the line. Drops back. He's looking to pass. Finds a receiver on the outside. He gets the ball down to the 9-yard line. Or for a 9-yard pickup. Michael Moore again. Michael Moore has been Tyree's go-to offensive target so far when he's not throwing to Clancy. It's 2nd and 1. Will Sioux Falls do the smart thing here and run the ball? Looks like they're in a strong I formation. Tyree drops back to pass, throws another swing pass to Clancy, but this time Clancy breaks free. Clancy going down the field. Oh, and Clancy fumbles! Clancy gets smashed by Alaska Storm defender number 52, bronze linebacker Andrew Francis. Luckily for Sioux Falls, the ball goes out of bounds, but man oh man, Clancy needs to be more careful. Clancy was so preoccupied with trying to get to the pylon that he didn't expect to see Tony Willis coming out of nowhere. Tony Willis wrapped around him, and he got hit from the other side by Andrew Francis, and together the ball came out. But it's all for naught, as Sioux Falls picks up a nice, huge chunk of yards on that play, and now it's 1st and goal on the 3-yard line. Tyree in shotgun drops back, looking for receiver, fires into the end zone, and it is dropped! A good throw by Tyree for once into the end zone. That was a sure touchdown. But tight end J.J. McGee could not bring in the ball. And it's 2nd and goal. But Sioux Falls has 3 more shots. Sioux Falls comes out in a strong I formation. Alaska 4-man front, 3 linebackers. Tyree hands the ball off to Clancy, who goes around the left side for the touchdown! And Sioux Falls, just like that, is back in the game, 21-13. Clancy has been the star of this game so far, making the most out of the swing passes that Tyree keeps dumping off to him when he doesn't find anybody open. And Clancy goes in for a touchdown there. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Help us push to over 600. As a subscriber, you're notified when our channel goes live, and you'll have access to over 1,000 videos seamlessly through the YouTube app. Our channel live streams Sundays at 3 p.m. and Sundays through Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Don't miss a minute of the action. The extra point for Sioux Falls is good, 21-14. Alaska's week 1 over Dallas, 33-24. They absolutely dominated on the ground, with Ash Odom going for over 230 yards on 36 carries, and they were up 24-3 at one point. But rookie quarterback Ron Cochran almost gave it all away. He threw 3 interceptions on only 16 passing attempts. Alaska looks to return the ball. Robert Merrill back. Merrill catches it around the 10-yard line, takes it past the 20, 25 to the 30. It's brought down at the Alaska 30-yard line. Alaska retains 6 starters from last season. Cornerbacks Evan Carroll and DJ Drew. Defensive end Alex Dominguez on defense. And wide receivers Optimus Kleiman and Robert Merrill on offense, as well as kicker Kodiak Denali. Cochran, first down under center. Ash Odom in the backfield. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Takes a snap. Drops back. He's looking. Fires it right. And it is intercepted! Cochran is single-handedly throwing this game away. And it is brought back for a Sioux Falls touchdown by Impact Player of the Game. Strong safety, A.J. Levy. Jay Jefferson. Who? Sioux Falls, just like that, back in the game. They were down 21-0. And they are back. This was a 21-point game. Am I seeing this correctly? 21-point game. Alaska was up 21-0. And now just like that, Sioux Falls has came back and tied it up. Ron Cochran. Oh man. Max Paul has to give him a good talking to on the sideline. Looks like whatever adjustments that Sioux Falls made at halftime have worked. Want to do what I do? If you're interested in becoming a play-by-play commentator or an analyst for the SFL, the league has open tryouts all season long on our Rabbit broadcasts. Please contact veteran broadcaster Andy Hamilton at Andy Hamilton for more information. Sioux Falls looks to kick off the ball. Tied. The game is tied. 21-all. 6 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third. Robert Merrill back into return. Merrill takes the ball across the 30-yard line and is down at the Alaska 31. Tonight's game of the week is Houston and Dallas, with Cameron Irvin on the call at 7 p.m. Central. And before the game, the SFL Today show is at 6:45 p.m. Central time with Cameron and Alex Bond, both live on YouTube. If your game does not... Cochran under center. Single back, offset back, Ash Odom. Hands it off to Odom, and Odom is stopped in his tracks, 2nd and 9. The Sioux Falls defense is picking up momentum. If Alaska can't do anything on the ground, they're forced to throw, and then Cochran makes bad decisions. Sioux Falls retains 5 starters from last season. Free safety A.J. Levy, quarterback Adam McCoy, linebacker Alex Parker on defense, and quarterback Julian Tyree, as well as wide receiver Jalen Miller on offense. Alaska in the I formation, 3 receivers. Cochran drops back to pass, throws it outside, and it is caught for about a gain of 5 yards by Corey Carter. Appears as though all of Alaska's passes this game have been to the outside, and they've been getting short pickups, but nothing really deep. Anything over the middle has been intercepted. Cochran already has 3 picks. Cochran under center, 3rd and 5, nobody in the backfield. 1 tight end, 4 receivers. Cochran drops back, 3-step drop. Looking, fires it, and it is caught for a first down. Gain of about 10 yards to the Alaska 45 by Corey Carter again. Alaska has spread the ball around a lot, but when the receivers haven't been catching the balls, defenders have. Cochran, 64 passer rating, and 4 interceptions thrown. Cochran has been awful. Split backfield. Hands it off to Odom down the gut for a nice pickup of that 6 yards. They need to keep feeding Odom, or else Cochran is probably going to keep mishandling the ball. Tyree's 2 interceptions. Oh. Tyree has thrown 2 or 3 interceptions this game as well. Odom gets the handoff and goes for a first down on 2nd and 4. And Alaska is moving the chains. Alaska has appeared to recover from Sioux Falls' 21-point explosion. They've picked up some pace on offense and are feeding Odom. 4 receivers, single back formation. Cochran under center. Cochran takes the snap. Draw play. Misdirection to Ash Odom, who takes it back to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't gain much at all. Second and 10. Ron Cochran under center. Trips right, wide receivers. 1 back. And Odom gets brought down for a loss of 3 yards. They tried running to the weak side of the formation, and Sioux Falls' defense was all over it. Afolabi has been Sioux Falls' other impact player of the game. Levy and Afolabi together. Afolabi in the backfield, a disruptive force, and Levy in the secondary. Alaska tries their trips formation again. 4 wide receivers, trips left this time. Odom in the backfield. Alaska has a 3-man, or Sioux Falls has a 3-man front. Cochran, after a long drop back, throws it, fires it to the left, and it is caught for Optimus Klein. 72 yards on 5 catches for the first down. Alaska is finally converting on the 3rd and longs, and they're perhaps regaining some of the momentum that they lost after Sioux Falls' 21-point explosion. And if you're just joining us, Sioux Falls had an awful start to the game, throwing so many interceptions, losing the ball on a kick return. And Alaska was up 21-0, but then Sioux Falls came storming back before the half, scored a touchdown, then scored 2 straight, capped off by their latest touchdown, an interception return for a touchdown. Now they're back in the game. See if their defense can hold here as Odom is brought down after a gain of 1. It's been a heavily defensive-oriented game. Even though Alaska was up 21-0, Alaska wasn't doing much on offense either. They were just getting breaks, getting the ball in very good field position after Tyree was messing up. It's been a battle of field position off of turnovers mostly this entire game until Sioux Falls picked it up on offense. I formation through receivers. Cochran drops back, throws it to the outside, and Optimus Klein makes the catch for about a gain of 5 yards. It is 3rd and 5. Alaska, can they convert and get the first down and keep the drive moving? Or will Sioux Falls' defense hold here? Optimus Klein has been very productive on 7 targets. He's had 6 receptions for 76 yards. Cochran under center. Hands it off to Ash Odom. Safe play. Odom takes it up and is stopped in his tracks. 2 yards short of the line. Odom has been getting good blocking, but has not been able to maximize his productiveness on the carries as he's been being brought down after the first hit. He hasn't broken many tackles at all. And now Alaska will definitely go for the field goal. Kodiak Denali in to kick. He went 25 of 26 last season in field goals, and he's 4 for 4 this season. He's been very, very solid in kicking. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 39 yards out. Alaska up 24-21. This is a tight game. Hold on to your horses, folks. Alaska Storm last season was their inaugural season, and they finished 2nd in the Western Conference, only Dallas ahead of them. And they won another nail-biter versus Houston in the Western semifinals, but then they lost the heartbreaker late in the game to Dallas in the conference finals. And their attempts at the late-game heroics were stifled by an untimely interception. The former quarterback Murdoch Mock threw a wildly inaccurate ball that ended the Storm's season. And the Storm have looked to replace Mock with Cochran, hoping that the journeyman Mock was just a blip on the radar in terms of instability. But it appears as if whatever Murdoch Mock was on last season has carried over to Ron Cochran. Ron Cochran has had the interception bug as well. Not doing too great. Tyree under In the shotgun formation, 2 backs. Alaska in a nickel formation on defense. Tyree steps back, throws it quick out to the outside to number 88, Michael Moore again. 5 receptions of 9 targets, but no drops. He's played a solid game. Alaska offense last year was carried heavily by lead running back Justin Beakley Jr. as his 338 carries were by far the most in the league, but like Ash Odom, his 5.1 yards per carry and 1,700 yards weren't good enough for a team that thrived on running the ball successfully. For Alaska. Tyree swings the ball out. Again, another swing pass. Clancy catches it, takes it down to the Sioux Falls 31-yard line. So Alaska on offense has replaced their quarterback, who was wildly inaccurate last season, and their running back, who wasn't productive enough for them, with Cochran and Odom, who they hope can be more reliable this season. But so far, can't teach an old dog new tricks, or whatever that saying is. And on 3rd down, Tyree's pass is broken up by Carroll. Sioux Falls is going to have to punt. That was 3rd and short. Could have taken the chances on the run game. Instead, they test the secondary, and they're denied. So now they have to punt it away to Robert Merrill. Beakley Jr.'s 15 rushing touchdowns last season were only good for tied 3rd in the league with 2 others, and leading the league in carries with 338 yards, or 338 carries, next best with about only 300 carries, and not leading the league in yards rushing and touchdowns. That shows a lack of reliability and inefficientness. Odom did a lot better last week than Beakley did last season, but he's been shut down so far by Sioux Falls' defense here, as Cochran comes out in split back formation. Cochran drops back, 3-step drop, fires it to the outside, Michael Moore, or rather, Optimus Klein. 7 receptions for 82 yards and 1 touchdown for Optimus Klein. Has been Cochran's #1 target this game. On his 3rd team in just as many seasons, the journeyman Murdoch Mock's play was subpar. He threw for just 10 touchdowns to 16 interceptions and had a career-low 2,400 passing yards. And quarterback play really was what held Alaska back from further dominance, as Mock faltered under pressure, especially in that playoff game. Cochran, from the shotgun, hands it off to Ash Odom, breaks a tackle! Odom gets the 1st down, carries 2 men down to the 49-yard line. Nice gain for Odom. Odom finally getting something going on the ground. 25 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Time for about 1 more play. As there was an awesome block by Alaska's tackle, apparently. Alaska let go of Mock this past offseason and signed rookie Ron Cochran in hopes of propelling Alaska to the next level. But from week 1, though, it hasn't worked out in their favor, as quarterback play again almost cost them a game last week. They were up 24-3 against Dallas and almost blew it with Cochran's 3 interceptions. And again, Cochran with 4 interceptions this game has almost blown it. Allowed Sioux Falls to come back. His pass this time was out to Robert Merrill for about a gain of 5. Alaska's dinking and dunking their way down the field. And it's the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll be back in a bit. Cochran, 5 receivers out, 4 receivers, 1 tight end, under center, throws it out, and it is caught for a 1st down. Cochran has thrown 4 interceptions today, and it's really hurt the Alaska offense. SFL fans, are you interested in spreading the word about a truly revolutionary esports product? Help the SFL by joining our social media marketing team. Experienced social media candidates can turn this into a paid staff position. Contact the league's commissioner, Cameron Irvine, at SFL Commish on Discord for more information. Cochran under center in I formation, strong I. Hands it off to Ash Odom, who takes it for a nice gain of 6 yards. Nice blocking by the offensive line there. Alaska's defense has been the true source of their early success from last season, proving to hold steady and long and strong late in games and force turnovers in crucial moments. And that's certainly been true this game. They've forced a bunch of turnovers, but Cochran has just been giving the ball right back to Sioux Falls. Cochran, single block offset, pitches it to Odom. Odom gets brought down after a gain about 2, third and short. What will Alaska do here? Alaska's in field goal range. Running it would be the safe option here. If Odom can maximize his explosiveness, Alaska can rely fully on his shoulders. And it's a handoff to Odom. Odom gets brought down about half a yard short of the first down marker. And Alaska is in a sticky situation here. They're bringing out the kicker. They're bringing out Kodiak Denali. Kodiak Denali has been very reliable over the past 2 seasons and can pretty much give them some short points here. If they make this, they'll be up by 6 points. And 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Snap is down, kick is up, kick is away, and the kick is good. 44-yard field goal attempt. Good. Nailed by Kodiak Denali. Alaska is up 27-21, up 6 points. A huge shift in the game. After Alaska, in case you're just joining in with us here, Alaska was up 21-0 at one point in this game. Sioux Falls Storm back 21 unanswered points. Haven't seen anything like this. But the offenses, the scores haven't come from good offense play. Scores have come from good defensive play and forcing turnovers, which have left the opposing offenses in very, very good field position. And the field position has been the factor in the scores here today, rather than good offensive production. As A.J. Levy takes the ball to the 27-yard line on the return. Both the quarterbacks have been playing abysmal, as both of them, Cochran has 4 interceptions, and I think Tyree has 3. 8 minutes, 51 seconds left in the quarter. Strong I formation, 3 receivers for Tyree. Tyree under center. Tyree hands the ball off to Clancy, who spins away from a man, and Clancy is breaking down the field. Clancy is gone. Can anybody catch him? Alaska's trailing him. They will not get him on the and Clancy goes in for the touchdown. Kevin Clancy with the huge breakaway play. This is what Sioux Falls needed. And with that, with an extra point, they are an extra point away from being ahead in this game for the first time. Clancy goes through an open hole, sheds the tackle of number 31, Tony Willis. Tony Willis was unable to bring Clancy down. Clancy went off to the races, and just like that, Sioux Falls is up in this game. What a dramatic shift. Sioux Falls was down 21 points, 21-0, and they are now about to be up 28-27. Buckle your seatbelts, folks. This is getting wild. Snap is down, kick is away, and the kick is good. Wow, for my first game, my debut game calling, this has been wild. This has been crazy. One of the craziest games I've ever seen. One of the most exciting games to be able to commentate. For everything SFL, visit the league's new website at simulationfl.net and explore the league's new partnership with Press Stats. With over 400 players and games in league history, the SFL tracks your legendary stats with professional quality. Contact webmaster Liam Crowder at Liam Crowder on Discord to find out how you can get your written works on the website. As Robert Merrill is back to receive about the 10-yard line, he's across the 25 down to the 28-yard line. Let's talk about Sioux Falls here. The big story of their first 3 seasons has been overcoming adversity, as this is their 4th season in the league. Each of their first 3 seasons in the SFL, they've made playoffs with great competition. Cochran under center for Alaska. 3 receivers, trips right. Odom offset in the backfield. Cochran hands it off to Odom, who gets a nice carry, nice blocking, 4 yards down the field. Sioux Falls in Season 6, their inaugural season, where they were in the Great Conference in the Great Lakes Division with both the Maulers, Minneapolis Models, and the Queen City Corsairs in their division. They beat the Corsairs both times in the regular season, and they finished 3rd in their division under both the Maulers and the Corsairs. But then they lost in the heartbreaker to the Corsairs in the Gray semifinal, 30-28. Alaska, Cochran under center. Odom in the backfield. Trips receivers left this time. Odom gets the pitch to the left, and he is brought down after a nice carry for the first down, gain of about 6 or 7, down to the last 39-yard line. Season 6, the Corsairs, after beating the Sioux Falls Sparrows, went on to win the championship. Season 7, the Sparrows moved to the Teal Conference West Division with Minneapolis, but they didn't have Queen City in their division that year, as Odom gets the handoff again, brought down for about 2 yards. And in Season 7, they beat the Maulers in their division both times resoundingly in the regular season. They finished 1st in their division above the Maulers, but they lost in another heartbreaker, this time to the Maulers in the Teal semifinal, 35-30. Their comeback attempts falling short, and the Maulers went on to win the championship of Season 7. So the first 2 seasons, the road to the ship went through the Sparrows, because both the teams that the Sparrows lost to in the playoffs ended up winning the championship. Odom again about a 1-yard line, 1 here, and it's 3rd and 8. And Alaska now might be a little worried, blowing the leads. They were up 21-0, and now Sioux Falls is ahead by a point, 28-27. Alaska, if they don't convert here, Sioux Falls might be able to take over in this game. Trips receivers left, Odom in the backfield, offset. What will Cochran do here? Cochran drops back. Cochran is looking, Cochran scrambling, Cochran finds a man to the left and is knocked down. Just like that, Alaska's going to have to punt, and now Sioux Falls is in control of the clock here. Sioux Falls has a chance to put this game out of reach with a touchdown, possibly. And who could have imagined this? Really, Alaska was up 21-0. But then Sioux Falls, right before the half, Sioux Falls was able to get that 1 touchdown. And then they received the second half kick. They ended up scoring a touchdown after forcing a turnover from Alaska. Then they got that pick 6. And then Clancy, after the pick 6 by Levy, Clancy had that huge play, that huge 70-yard run down the left side, running right through strong safety Tony Willis. And just like that, Sioux Falls is in the lead. They were down 21-0, folks. This is one of the largest comebacks of all time in SFL history. Can Jason take over the game here with his play calls? Can Tyree conserve the football? Don't make any mistakes. Tyree looking. Fires downfield. Oh, it's knocked away. That was a very risky throw, very dangerous. Sioux Falls needs to run and pound the ball here. I'm not sure what they're doing with those passing play calls. Season 8, Sioux Falls moved back to the conference, to the Eastern Conference, back with Queen City, and they crushed Queen City the first game of the regular season. They got equally destroyed the second game, and they finished right below Queen City in the standings. And in the playoffs, guess who they lost to? Queen City, who went on to win the championship last season. Tyree under center, looking. Another swing pass to Clancy, and Clancy brings it spins around a man, breaks another tackle, breaks the 3rd tackle, down to the Sioux Falls 42-yard line. Julian Tyree has been the better quarterback, 203 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, as opposed to Cochran's 175 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 interceptions. But both of them have been playing pretty poorly. Most of Tyree's yards, in fact, have come off of Clancy's fancy spin moves here after catches on these swing passes. That's what Tyree apparently is doing all game, just dumping it off continuously to Clancy for those swing passes. Multiple back formation hasn't worked all game. 3 or 4 times they've tried this. And they hand it off to Clancy. Clancy gets a gain of about 3 yards. It went better than the other time, so Maybe they're just giving it a whirl, seeing if they can break it big one time. But in the Season 8, in their playoff game, they again, for the third time in a row, went one and done. Another heartbreaker in the Eastern semifinal to Queen City Corsairs. Tyree throwing a pivotal interception with 85 seconds left, putting Queen City in range for the game-winning field goal. They lost 30-27. Tyree under center, hands it off right to Clancy, who breaks the tackle. Clancy going down the sideline, past the 40-yard line. Clancy with another nice 20-yard pickup, and Clancy is taking over this game. Sioux Falls are relying totally on the shoulders of Kevin Clancy, as Clancy looks to be a star gold running back for them after going starless at the running back position last season. And he's certainly been a key factor in Sioux Falls' offensive production this game against Alaska's defense. There goes Sioux Falls with the multiple back formation again. You know what I think of that already. Tyree under center. Tyree hands it off to Clancy, who's shut down. Loss of 1. Hasn't worked for them at all. 7.8 yards, averaging 102 yards. And the longest 73. That huge touchdown run really inflated his rushing average, as at one point he was, I think late in the second quarter, was averaging negative 1.7 yards on 5 carries. He was doing awful on the run game earlier in the game. But that big break really is what propelled Sioux Falls to this lead here. Tyree under center. Sioux Falls in I formation. Tyree drops back, looking. Another swing pass. This is the 10th of the game, probably more than 10. Clancy gets no yards here, but I wonder how many swing passes they have in this playbook here. Must be a lot, because Clancy has about 11 catches now, all in swing passes. Can Sioux Falls get a first down here? They're not in field goal range yet. 4 wide receivers, single back offset. Tyree under center. Alaska in the nickel defense. 4-man front. Tyree bleeding the clock, drops back, looking, firing to the left, and it's almost picked off. Tyree did not play conservative there. He went deep, and Alaska almost picked it off. Number 43, DJ Drew, almost had the interception there. And now now Sioux Falls is going to be forced to punt. They're not in field goal range, and they sure aren't going to go for it here. Alaska has one last chance. And if you're just tuning in, I keep repeating this, but Alaska was up 21-0. They were up 21-0. And Sioux Falls has stormed back and taken over this game. A pick six, a 73-yard run. Sioux Falls pins Alaska at their own 3-yard line. What a punt, and what punt coverage is that? It's awesome for Sioux Falls. Now Alaska's in a hole. Down by 1 point. 3 minutes and 34 seconds left. What can Alaska do here? They need something. They have all 3 timeouts, so even if they have to punt it away, they have one less chance on defense to make a stop. But Cochran, with 4 interceptions today, you can't rely on his shoulders. Odom in the backfield, 3 receivers. Cochran under center. Cochran drops back. Cochran looking. And the pass is batted down at the line. Optimus Klein was the target there, but again, you're not going to do much this late in the game throwing 3-yard out routes, even though they're safe. You got to throw down the field, but the problem is Cochran couldn't hit a still target even if he tried, even if there's no coverage. Cochran's been awful. I formation, 3 receivers, 2nd and 10 on the 3-yard line. Cochran drops back. Cochran looks. Cochran fires to the outside. A nice out route catch by Optimus Klein. Or, no, Robert Merrill, my bad. Gain about 5. Alaska's theory on offense has been dinking and dunking because anything deep has been picked off. But it's too late in the game now to dink and dunk. Even though they do have 3 timeouts left. 3rd and 5. What will Sioux Falls do here? Sioux Falls in a 3-2 formation on defense. Alaska 4 receivers, 1 single back, and Cochran under center. Cochran drops back. Fakes the handoff, play action. Fires down the field deep, and it is intercepted! Cochran's 5th interception! Adam Okoye with the pick. Cochran is officially... Cochran should be out of this game. Give Cap Rooney a chance, because Ron Cochran has far and away blown this game for Alaska. Ron Cochran is the reason why Alaska is in this hole right now. And now Sioux Falls, all of a sudden, can put the game away here. Tyree under center. Tyree drops back. Tyree looking. Another swing pass. The gazillionth of the game. A gain of 1 by Clancy. 13 receptions for 92 yards. 1 touchdown for Clancy. Receiving. And it's just been swing pass marathon for Sioux Falls on offense here. 3 minutes left. Alaska's trying to conserve their timeouts. Tyree under center. I formation. Heavy I formation. 4-man front for Alaska. Tyree bleeding as much clock as he can. Sioux Falls Sparrows. Tyree throws another swing pass. I guess they're safe plays, but the play clock, they didn't bleed enough play clock on that play because 32 seconds, they can't drain it to the 2-minute warning. Actually, no, they can. They can because the next play is going to take more than half a second. Or rather, they could have drained it before the next play, but they're half a second difference between the play clock and the game clock might save Alaska a timeout after the 2-minute warning. Tyree under center. Pro set backfield. Tyree drops back. Tyree looking. And Tyree finds a receiver. Number 11, Jalen Miller, for about 3 yards. But Alaska makes the stop. And just like that, at the 2-minute warning, I have no words. See for yourself, folks. Sioux Falls looks to kick a field goal that will put them up 4 points. Max Moholt to kick. Snap is down, kick is away, and the kick is good from 43 yards. Sioux Falls up 4 points after being down 21-0. This is Alaska's final shot. Ron Cochran has thrown 5 interceptions this game. Ron Cochran is the sole reason why Alaska is losing. Somebody get this man a glass of water. He's gonna faint. Robert Merrill needs to get something on this kick return because they can't trust Ron Cochran to do anything for them. Kick is away. Merrill catches it around his 10-yard line, brings it up past the 20-25, to about the 29-yard line of Alaska. Are you a player in the SFL? If you're new or just haven't taken the plunge yet, it's free to join our Discord community at simulationfl.net and #BeAStar. Free agents can sign with the team as a star player this season through Week 8. Don't miss out on starting your football career today. And tonight, the game of the week is Houston at Dallas with Cameron Irvine on the call at 7 p.m. Central. And the SFL Today Show will preview that at 6:45 p.m. Central with Alex Bond and Cameron Irvine, both live on YouTube. Cochran under center, draws back. Cochran looking. Cochran fires. Caught on the outside by Robert Merrill. And the clock does not stop. The clock does not stop. Alaska in heroic offense. Alaska has pretty decent field goal range, or field goal position here, but they are still down 4 points. They need a touchdown. Cochran drops back. Cochran is looking. Cochran fires down the field, and it is dropped! Corey Carter could not hang on to that pass. Decent coverage by the defense, but Corey Carter makes a crucial drop. And now Alaska has 2nd and long. 1 minute and 33 seconds left in this game. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Help us push to over 600. As a subscriber, you're notified when our channel goes online, and you'll have access to over 1,000 videos seamlessly through the YouTube app. Our channel live streams Sundays at 3 p.m. and Sundays through Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Don't miss a minute of the action. Cochran drops back. Cochran looking. Cochran fires a pass. And Corey Carter! Redemption! Redemption for Corey Carter! Brings it down to the 35-yard line. Alaska hurrying up. Alaska down 4. 1 minute and 27 seconds left. 1 minute and 17. Cochran drops back. Cochran firing the ball out. Ash Odom catches the swing pass. And Ash Odom cannot get out of bounds, so Cochran has to hurry up the ball. Gets to the line. Is Cochran going to spike it, or are they going to run a play? Looks like they're running a play. Trips right wide receivers. Ash Odom in the backfield. One receiver left. Cochran drops back. 3-step drop. Cochran looking. Fires it deep. And it is knocked away. Chance had an interception. But when the ball was tipped, no Sioux Falls player could get under it. And it's 3rd and 7. Nick Pop with a good defensive play here. And this is a big moment. This is a big play here. Alaska needs this conversion here. 3rd and 7 at Sioux Falls 31. A field goal will do nothing, although Alaska still has all of their timeouts left. So if Alaska were to kick a field goal, they could gamble on their defense and get the ball back with 20 seconds maybe, if they got everything went the right way. But they would have to kick a field goal like in the next 10 seconds or so. Cochran under center. Trips left receivers, one right. Offset Odom in the backfield. Cochran swings it out left to Corey Carter, who takes it down to the 15-yard line for a first down. 6 catches, 72 yards. And Ron Cochran, under pressure, is doing the unthinkable. After starting the game, 1 touchdown, 5 interceptions, and blowing the lead, the 21-point lead for Alaska. If you're just tuning in, it was 21-0. Alaska was up. Then Cochran made some crucial mistakes, threw a bunch of interceptions, threw a pick 6 to A.J. Levy. And now Alaska's found themselves in a hole. But Cochran, under pressure, the Sioux Falls defense needs a break. They're getting tired quickly. And Cochran has driven Alaska down the field. What's gotten into him? Cochran drops back. Cochran looking. Cochran's in the end zone. It's intercepted! The 6th interception! Cochran, another interception, and this one will end the game, as it looks like it's going to be returned for a touchdown. Ron Cochran, I have no words for you. Bobby Carpenter of Sioux Falls, the nickel cornerback, takes that back for the touchdown. And Ron Cochran, I have a feeling Ron Cochran is not going to be here next week. 6 interceptions, 2 pick 6s, and Sioux Falls is going to win this game. What an incredible comeback. One of the craziest games I have ever witnessed here. Sioux Falls came back with such a vengeance after being down 21-0. And Cochran has looked like he had a bad night last night. And he's going to have a week full of bad nights. Oh boy. You are now free to unbuckle your seatbelts, as it looks like Sioux Falls is going to cruise to this win. What an incredible comeback by Sioux Falls. And again, Ron Cochran probably not going to have a team after this. 1 touchdown, 6 interceptions for Cochran. Unacceptable. Cost him the game. Sioux Falls to kick the ball off. Robert Merrill back into return. Robert Merrill is tackled around the 26-yard line. For Coach Max Paul of Alaska, this has got to be an utter embarrassment. Max Paul puts together a nice game plan featuring running back Ash Odom. Asks Ron Cochran to step up just a little bit more than the last game and to minimize his turnovers. And what does Ron Cochran do? 6 interceptions. Ron Cochran is most likely going to be gone after this game. Cochran under center. Cochran looking. Cochran firing. And it's caught for a first down. Alaska burns one of their timeouts. This is officially the largest SFL comeback ever to not go to overtime. I'm stunned. Alaska has their backup receivers in. I just have no words. Sioux Falls' defense came in clutch. But more importantly, Ron Cochran gave it all away. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Sioux Falls paid Ron Cochran to do this. Sheesh. And Cochran drops back. Fires it deep. Almost intercepted. What? Again, lost for words. 21-0. Alaska was up. Sioux Falls just stormed back. Sioux Falls, every single one of their previous seasons, this is their 4th season here, their staple is overcoming adversity. They've been shot down and bumped around, but each time they picked themselves back up and made the playoffs, every single one of those seasons. And then there's this. this game against Alaska. This historic game that will define Ron Cochran's career. After only 2 games, Coach Max Paul is going to come under fire. I'm sure I'll get a lot of questions this week as to why his game plan went the way they did with putting all this pressure on Cochran. I mean, there wasn't even much pressure on Cochran at all. He just blew it. Should have benched Cochran. Why didn't he bench him? I'm sure Cap Rooney, their backup quarterback, would have done better. Adam Okoye on defense has been a stud. 2 interceptions, and Alaska brings their last timeout, but they don't have time to do anything here. Hey guys, want to do what I do? It's an awesome job. If you're interested in becoming a play-by-play commentator or an analyst for the SFL, the league has open tryouts all season long in a rapid broadcast. Please contact veteran broadcaster Andy Hamilton at Andy Hamilton on Discord for more information. And then another reminder, tonight before the game of the week with Houston and Dallas, Cameron Irvine on the call at 7 p.m. Central. Before the game, the SFL Today Show will take place at 6:45 p.m. Central with him, Cameron Irvine, and Alex Bonds on the call, both live on YouTube. Cochran looking for a Hail Mary attempt. This could be fun. Another interception, maybe? What will Cochran pull out of the bag this time? Yes! Another interception! 7 interceptions. Cochran has thrown 7 interceptions. That's gotta be some type of record. As AJ Levy gets his second, this is an utter embarrassment. Utter embarrassment. Murdoch Max, poor season last year, pales in comparison to this. And Sioux Falls will take the kneel down for the largest comeback of all time. They didn't just come back either. They stormed back with vengeance and knocked the doors wide off of Alaska. And that's it. That's the game. Sioux Falls Sparrows 38, Alaska 27. Alaska getting embarrassed at home. I'm Yvonne Sanchez. I've been your play-by-play commentator for this game. If you have any suggestions for me for future attempts and future calls, please let me know on Discord at eclipid. This game has been one for the ages, folks, and I'm glad you guys have been with me here for it. Sioux Falls with the incredible, unpredictable comeback.